Designers. Miss Susan.
Hello. I am so glad to see you and to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it is my treat, and it is a treat to everyone, all the designers out there. Now, admittedly, I know Susan and I know what we're about to do, and designers, you don't, but stick with us because it's good. Now, hello everyone. I am Nona Patrick, and owner of Good Harvest Marketing, helping professional interior designers create thriving six-figure interior design businesses that they love. And with us today is Miss Susan Ingalls of the Sustainable Furnishings Council. Miss Susan, thank you so much for your time.
I am so pleased to be here with you, Nona. Thank you.
Oh boy. I've been looking forward to this on so many levels. Susan, when you and I met, it's been a couple of years now, but what struck to me about you is this combination of the genuine passion and energy that you have invested in the council and in the mission of it, and the impact it makes in the industry of interior design because of the impact it makes in the homes and in the lives of others.
Mm-hmm. That is the key. Mm-hmm.
And so having you here today, in case there are any interior designers on who have not had the pleasure of meeting you or or the pleasure of interacting with the council, can you please share some of this mission, some of what
Yeah.
SFC is?
Yes, I will tell you in a nutshell that Sustainable Furnishings Council is an organization 15 years old now. We started in 2006 was our first meeting, but we incorporated early in 2007 when we began. And to this day, our members are companies that are involved in residential furnishings in various ways. So they might be interior designers, they might be stores, large, medium, and small.
Mm-hmm.
They might be manufacturers of any kind of furnishings products, and they might be suppliers of materials used in making furnishings products. Each of our over 300, nearly 400 member companies has made their own public and verifiable commitment to sustainability, to transparency, and to continuous improvement. And we help them realize their own commitment. So we provide a lot of guidance and resources and educational programming and marketing support. Our viewers may have seen the member seal, and it is a well-respected emblem. And so whether you're using it as an interior design firm or as a manufacturer or store, it is something that sets you apart as having made that commitment. So that's who we are. We do serve the industry beyond our members with the What's It Made Of initiative, which is to help us move away from harmful chemicals that are commonly found in furnishings, and with the Wood Furniture Scorecard, which is to help us avoid inadvertently contributing to deforestation. And there are other things that we have that impact the whole, the other things we have going on, I should say, that impact the whole industry. Our educational programming is open to everybody, like our Green Leaders Certificate course.
And what I love that element, to just go back for a second, is the trust
Yes.
but verify.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
you help hold this mission and accountability for
Yes.
actually making it a reality. And
Yeah.
you touch on some amazing resources. And what I want to dive into those. And before, I want to, sometimes the word sustainability,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like in today's vernacular, can mean any variety of things.
It's true.
But when it comes to SFC, it's pretty specific
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
tangible. So would you mind sharing how does the council define sustainability?
Happy to. Happy to. You are right that sustainability is a general term. It is not a regulated term. It is used interchangeably with terms that are regulated, like organic, and green and all these things. But it is not a regulated term. So it is used to define a general area. And the way we like the definition that the United Nations came up with some
Mm.
40 years ago or so, that it is about using the resources available to us today in such a way that future generations will have all the resources they need to live
Mm.
well also. So it's about using what's available to us today responsibly. And there are many, many interrelated issues that fall under this wide umbrella of sustainability. When we start talking about sustainability, it's true that many people's eyes glaze over because it is complex and it is huge. It's huge. It's about sustaining a healthy future. It's huge. But there are six aspects of sustainability which interrelate and which we tend to frame our conversations around. And those are reducing greenhouse gas emissions, especially, of course, carbon emissions. So, reducing CO2 emissions, maintaining health and wellness, ensuring social equity, reducing waste, managing water, and incorporating circularity, which is really where it all comes together. And
Mm.
so we have working groups on each of those topics, and those meet every week. Every week there is a working group meeting for members that is on one topic or another, and we tend to put our programming around those different topics. In a couple of weeks now, we have a program about the launch of the wood furniture scorecard, which, of course, because forests are so important for absorbing carbon emissions, has a lot to do with reducing CO2 emissions. So we tend to focus our conversations in one or another of those six aspects.
And what I love about this, and to tie it into the experience for an interior designer, is that if you have affluent clients
Mm-hmm.
who find a holistic approach to building a home, to furnishing a home, to that they are minded, their mind is in this direction,
Yes.
that there is the ability with this programming, with the council, to be prepared
Mm-hmm.
to be able to lead a conversation with clients
Yeah.
in the direction of a design, in the direction of furnishings, of the details that make a home, and
Yes.
to speak the ideal client's language. So
Yes.
to be able to bridge that gap between industry and clients, that's one of the big pieces for designers
It
where
sure
this is important.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And designers are in a position of power for sustaining a healthy future because, as you were saying, Nona, designers can influence the choices that consumers make, and designers can push manufacturers to make better choices.
yes, yes, ma'am, it
Yeah,
is about
yeah,
that's my love language when it comes to empowerment and designers.
yes,
So this
yeah,
is we're on that same page.
yeah, yeah.
So in the realm of empowering designers, let's talk about some of the resources, right? You touched on the
Mhm,
programming and how they
mhm.
they equate to really the definition of sustainability. And
Mhm.
then you teased a little bit about the what's it made of what's it made of, and also
Yes.
so let's talk about the tools, shall we? Or
Yeah.
what's
Let's
there?
do. Let's do. So the What's It Made Of initiative is one that we launched 5 years ago with partner organizations, including the American Sustainable Business Network and Parsons the New School Healthy Materials Lab. Both of them are themselves good resources for designers. On our website, sustainablefurnishings.org, you will find a tab, What's It Made Of? And there you will see the 5 harmful chemicals that are commonly found in furnishings listed. They are VOCs like formaldehyde, flame retardants, the PFAS chemicals that we use in our performance fabrics often, the antimicrobials, and PVC, our most common plastic, which is insidious in textiles and other furnishings products. You'll see them listed. You'll learn that they are all linked directly to harm to human health and other life on the planet, of course, and they persist in the environment. So even though you might not be choosing flame retardants for the products you're specifying now, flame retardants that were specified years ago still exist in our environment. So they last for a long time. So we need to get rid of them sooner rather than later, because it is impacting our health as well as the health of others. And so you might want to know, how the heck do I get rid of these things? How do I avoid them? We have a handy tool on that same page, the What's It Made Of page at sustainablefurnishings.org, that you can use in conversations with your vendors. So this tool will help you get good answers to the question, what's it made of?
Quite literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is, and I love this because then a designer doesn't have to be an expert in sustainability necessarily, but this tool allows them to be prepared to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because again, the power, the position of trust, the position of expertise that interior designers are in, and especially, thinking of clients and the betterment of all,
Yeah.
that this tool just helps make it simpler.
It does. It does. I want to hasten to mention 2 other things. One is that on our website, we have a quick buying guide, which is really simple. And again, it's questions to ask, answers to look for, and they're very short questions and very short answers. So they're going to help the designer immediately as soon as they start as soon as they look at it and start using it. That'll help. But as we said earlier, sustainability is complex. And even though you're not expert today, building your expertise will serve you. Consumers are concerned. And because it's complex, when you start the conversation with a question, other questions are going to come up. So I want to be sure everybody knows that we do have an actual course, 6 hours, 6 CEUs. It's called Green Leaders, and Green Leaders will really build your expertise in this area. Even in 6 hours, of course, we don't make you a world-renowned expert, but we set you right on the path to become as expert as you want to become.
Yeah, perfect. And 6 CEUs.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is and I'm not saying all clients, right?
Yeah.
So, but with affluent clients who have the ability to choose what's around them, this is a way to really stand out.
It is.
And to make a difference at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Susan, you mentioned this earlier at the beginning, and I want to celebrate 15 years.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
is, you can almost drive.
That's true.
Well,
On the move.
um, it's so wonderful. It's a beautiful milestone, and I know that I wanna make sure to bring this up because you are celebrating at High Point.
We are going to have a party, and it is going to be on Friday, the 1st of April. And you can RSVP for it. Everybody is invited, and you can RSVP for it on our website, sustainablefurnishings.org. And it is going to be an exciting event. Interestingly, it is in the very same space where our organization started. The building is now called Congdon Yards. It's on the corner of English and Pine. And 15 years ago, on the top floor of this building, which was originally built as a sock factory, 100 years ago or so, but on the top floor 15 years ago was the showroom of Jerry Cookland of South Cone Furniture, who got the ball rolling to start our organization. And so we are having that now. That showroom is the showroom of Culp, a textile company that is also a Sustainable Furnishings Council member. So I'm really excited to be celebrating 15 years in that space. That is where it all began. And it is a beautiful space. The building was designed by a very young Frank Lloyd Wright. Before he had his own firm or anything, he was working for somebody else's firm. But it has these columns that you will recognize as a motif that shows up in his work later. So that's about the space. And we are going to be announcing exciting things about the next 15 years. You have to show up for those announcements. But we are going to have important and exciting announcements, and we're going to have fun. It's going to be great fun. Tom Felicia and Libby Langdon are going to be the MCs of the event. And lots of people are going to be there.
Tom is how phenomenal.
Yeah.
And what a treat. What a person of quality he is. And what a great duo. So that's wonderful.
It'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're going to have all kinds of people in the industry are going to be there.
That's right. That's right. People that you have heard of, high profile people like this, but also people that share your commitment to sustaining a healthy future, whether you've ever heard of them before or not. It's not going to be all famous people. But it is going to be all people who care about sustaining a healthy future.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
That includes designers, that includes manufacturers, that includes
suppliers of materials, lots of retailers and large stores, small stores, so national chains and boutiques, everything in between.
It's going to be fun.
It will be fun.
And I will say, so I want to make sure, thank you, Miss Susan. You mentioned this website, but I want to put it on the screen so everyone.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of information on our website.
Yes. Don't get scared. When you go, no, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of resources and a lot of useful insight.
Yeah.
And going here, you'll be able to you'll find the tools, you'll be able to see the programming, as well as details of the party and be able to RSVP.
That's right? It. Yeah. Yeah.
And what I love, one of the many things I appreciate about you, Miss Susan, is that I want to share this with everyone, that if you RSVP and you go to the event and there's someone that you are interested in connecting with, that Susan, you could not meet a more genuine person to help make that happen.
Yeah. I'm always happy to make connections. I love introducing people to each other. And it
Yes.
is true that being involved with our organization is a great way to network with others in your own segment of the industry and with others in other segments of the industry. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So sustainablefurnishings.org. Susan, thank you so much. I'm 15 years. Right? Here's to another 15.
Here's to another 15. Yes.
Mhm.
And may we have 15 times the impact that we've had in our first 15 years. That's my hope for the future. Thank you so much for having me on to say that.
Oh, yes, this isn't from your mouth to God's ears, right? And until we talk next time, thank you again. And designers, make sure to check it out. All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.